Please be seated. Opening of Eyes by David White. That day, I saw beneath dark clouds the passing light over water, and I heard the voice of the world speak out. I heard the voice of the world speak out. I knew then, as I had before, life is no passing memory of what has been, nor the remaining pages in a great book waiting to be read. It is the opening of eyes long closed. It is the opening of eyes long closed. It is a vision of far-off things seen for the silence they hold. It is the heart after years of secret conversing, speaking out loud in the clear air. It is Moses in the desert fallen to his knees before the lit bush. It is the human throwing away their shoes as if to enter heaven and finding themselves astonished, opened at last, fallen in love with solid ground.
This is an inspired moment as we arrive together to hold one another in a collective sense of pride, optimism, and accomplishment. This is a restorative moment that embraces your transformation forever changed, emerging from the sometimes abyss as graduate, scholar, and colleague. This is a joyous moment, among thousands shared with families, partners, spouses, children, friends, mentors, and peers, in a warm embrace of hope and anticipation for the future. We welcome the graduating classes of Saybrook University.
Thank you, Drs. Belton and Cleve, and welcome to all. In recognition of Veterans Day and our student, faculty, staff, and guest veterans, we will open commencement with the playing of our national anthem. We invite all who are able to please rise. Please be seated. It is so fabulous to see all of you graduates. I had tears streaming watching you all come in to see real faces, not on Zoom. Oh my gosh, it is just, you're a sight for sore eyes. On this glorious day, November 10th, 2022, on the occasion of these, the annual commencement proceedings of Saybrook University, the conferring of degrees for the classes of 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, right? But awesome. Greetings, and greetings to our amazing trustees, our keynote speaker, Mr. Ashanti Branch, our fabulous faculty, our amazing staff, our terrific leadership and administration, and most of all, importantly, all of you, our esteemed graduates of this fine, great institution, Saybrook University. I speak for our entire collective when I say we're so very, very proud of you and this monumental achievement. A graduate degree is no easy task. We know this, right? It's not easy. One that requires so much in terms of self-motivation, dedication, sacrifice, constant focus, balancing a child on one knee, writing on the other, getting dinner ready, you name it, it's all part of it. And you're here today, joining us from across the country, virtually and in person. You're all living embodiments of this humanistic, beautiful community. We are in awe of you. Our journey throughout life, and indeed graduate school, is one full of questions, of mystery, of immense joy, and yes, tribulation. This is the human experience, and one we encourage each of you and ourselves to fully live into. This is humanistic values in action. And you, each of you, have taken these last few years to step into an education and careers tailor-made for using humanistic principles supporting the health and well-being of others, of your community, helping individualize, actualize their greatest potential. Today is that milestone. Today is that moment when each of you are being honored not only for what you did, although that is an accomplishment indeed, but for what you're about to do. And what you're about to do is wicked awesome. Right. Be reminded of the power of your decision several years back to step into a new way of being in the world, supporting the health and well-being of those you'll be serving. And start that service today, and I'm asking all of you to start that today with Carl Rogers' famous question, how can I help? Be guided not by what you know, but by unconditional, positive regard for others and a desire to keep on learning as much as you can do so as to be of the best service to others. Rest assured that each of you are fortified by the education you've received here at Saybrook University, further reinforced by the belief that one small act of goodness can make a concerted difference for those of you will serve, and in so doing, you will change the world. I want to take one slight detour here because Saybrook University would not be where it is today without the leadership, the guiding principles and vision of our first leader, Dr. Eleanor Criswell, who joins us today as a distinguished member of the audience. Dr. Criswell, our first leader, would you please rise to be acknowledged along with our graduates? I want to thank you, Dr. Criswell, and I want to thank all of you graduates for your fortitude, your commitment, your positivity, and what you're about to do in the world. Thank you so much. Now go out there and do good work. Now, before we commence with the rest of our program, graduates, you've got a lot of congratulations coming, and to your families on this day, I'd like you to take a moment to turn around and recognize your family members, your friends, those who are important to you here today, and give them a round of applause. And lastly, before we conclude these remarks, I'd like to just honor a few additional special guests today. Please stand and please hold your applause until I've completed this list. Mr. Ashanti Branch, our commencement speaker. Dr. Patricia Breen, our board chair for Saybrook University. Dr. Michael Horowitz, president of TCS Education System and trustee. Mr. James Thiering, our board of trustee member. Dr. Gloria Chance, alumna and trustee member. And of course, all others here on stage. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much.
Good morning and welcome. I am Dr. Patricia Breen, and I have the honor and pleasure as serving as the board chair of Saybrook University's Board of Trustees. On behalf of the board, we are proud to welcome you all to the 2022 commencement ceremony. 51 years ago, a courageous and forward-thinking group of psychologists gathered to form what we now know as Saybrook University. With its commitment to the humanistic principles upon which it was formed, Saybrook has continued to grow and evolve throughout the years, as have its students, faculty, and staff. All of us here today are testament to that commitment. To our graduates, we are here to celebrate you. Your passion for humanistic principles, for learning, for transformation has led you here. As leaders and trailblazers in your field, That passion for learning will continue to illuminate your path forward, and it will continue to influence the good work you will do with individuals, communities, and your fields. You will open doors of opportunities for others as others have opened them for you. As you cross this stage today, stand tall, walk proud, and savor this moment. It is your moment. May your journey be one of joy and fulfillment, and may you continue to achieve all that you hope to achieve. We look forward to the better world that all of you will build. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to send you profound congratulations from your brothers and sisters at all of the colleges and universities that make up TCS, the Community Solution in Higher Education. I'm so thankful to be part of celebrating with you. The humanistic principles and the social justice focus that you have honed these last few years at Saybrook University are exactly the framing that our communities need as you go forward as therapists, consultants, business people, healers. Saybrook is what our world needs more of. So congratulations. Have a wonderful day with your loved ones. Can't wait to see you on stage.
Good morning. I'm Robin Parker, and it's my pleasure to serve as the Chief Academic Officer here at Saybrook University. I do want to welcome the Saybrook students, faculty, staff, and family. Welcome to the Saybrook University 2022 commencement ceremony. Today we gather for a momentous occasion, one to celebrate and honor individuals who have worked tirelessly throughout their education at Saybrook University, and it led you to this present moment. Today, we recognize your efforts. Today, we also recognize those who have supported you. This was no easy feat, but each graduate you see here today dedicated themselves to work and were supported by their faculty and their families and significant others. We're excited to honor them. From our College of Integrated Medicine and Health Sciences, under the leadership of Dr. Donald Moss, we have graduates from Integrative Wellness Coaching, Integrative Functional Nutrition, Psychophysiology, Mind-Body Medicine, and Integrative Social Work programs. And from our College of Social Sciences, under the leadership of Dr. Charlotte Hamilton, we have graduates from Business Administration, Counseling, Humanistic Clinical Psychology, Humanistic Psychology, Leadership and Management, and Transformative Social Change. I would like to thank the faculty and staff who make this day possible for our amazing graduates. Your instruction of our graduates, it helps them to grow personally and professionally, and I thank you for supporting their dreams. I also want to express appreciation for the friends and family members of our graduates who were part of their support system and cheered them on. Graduates, your talents and skills and determination spearheaded your journey to this moment. Some time ago, you set a life-changing goal for yourself. There is no doubt that you will go far in your careers and be the change makers who will take us to further heights and change the world. On behalf of the Saybrook University, I wish you all well as you embark on this new life journey, and I am Saybrook proud to honor all of you today. Thank you and farewell. I also have the privilege of introducing Mr. Ashanti Branch. Ashanti Branch was raised by a single mother on welfare in Oakland, California. Ashanti went on to study engineering at California Polytechnic, San Luis Obispo. A civil engineer in his first career, Ashanti found his passion for teaching while tutoring struggling students. In 2004, as a first-year teacher, Ashanti started the Ever Forward Club. It was to provide a support group for African American and Latino males who were not achieving the level of their potential. The Ever Forward Club has helped 100% of its members graduate from high school. Mr. Branch is on a mission to change how students interact with their education and how schools interact with their students. After being featured in the Mask You Live In documentary and completing fellowships at the Stanford D School, Campaign for Black Male Achievement, and the Gratitude Network, Ashanti launched the #MillionMask movement to connect people all over the world in a self-reflective experience that helps people visualize and realize, I am not alone. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Branch to the podium.
Hello, hello. I'm really excited to be here. I'm actually excited and nervous, so I feel both emotions happening at the same time. So thank you for being here, Dr. Long and trustees and faculty. Thank you for inviting me to be here. I take this really serious. And then I think the fluttering I feel in my heart right now is because this matters to me. And why it matters to me is because 6 years ago, when I had the opportunity to speak at the first commencement, or my first commencement with Saybrook, I was also nervous. I was also just as nervous as I am in this moment, but what I want you to be able to take away with you today is that when you heard them say that you will change the world, is that I believe that. I believe that we all have the opportunity and the potential of changing the world, but I want to take you on a little journey from 6 years ago to today. You know, 6 years ago when we were making masks with people around the world, let me first tell you what a mask is. If you have a go-to answer when someone asks you how you're doing, why don't you yell that out? What's your go-to answer? Good, fine, cool, all right. Some people, I heard some murmurs. All right. If you've ever answered that question, have anybody ever answered that question but it wasn't totally the truth? Anybody ever answered that answer and it wasn't totally the truth? I see some hands up. That's what we in this work call the mask. The mask is if there's more going on than what people can see or what we may tell them, it's what's happening behind the mask. And if you've ever had the need or felt the required to wear a mask, when I work with young people and people all over the world, I ask them, well, why do you tell people you're fine, good, cool, all right, if you're not really doing it? Well, sometimes believe, well, they're not really asking. They don't really care. I don't want to get into it. I don't want them to tell them, I don't want to burden them with all of my stuff. And what we know is that more than ever, people are feeling the need to have to put on this emotional mask. Now, in 2016, when I came to the first graduation, and I came to the first RC, it was in Monterey, California. And the professors were having their meetings with students in the hallways and having their one-on-one consultations. And I was just walking around and checking things out. I was a fellow at the time, one of the first presidential fellows. And I didn't have a task to do at the moment, so I was just kind of like walking around, not trying to eavesdrop, but just really watching students and the professors have conversations about where they're going next and what's next for them. And in one of the moments, Dr. Theopia Jackson, her table was empty. So I was walking by and she was like, hey, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm just kind of looking around. And our students have presented to the faculty, staff, and students of this mask activity. And she said, you know, if you ever need any help about working on this movement, you know, please let me know. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a hard time asking for help. Not because I think I can do it all by myself, but I just don't want to burden people. I don't want to worry people. I don't want to have people worrying about my stuff. And so I said, well, I don't even know what to ask for. Have you ever had help around you, but you may not have known what to ask for? Anybody ever have help around? You're like, what do I ask for? She said, well, let me talk to you about the activity you do. Can you show it to me? And I brought it out, because I always have masks with me. And she said, why do you ask for the gender on the other side, the back side? I said, well, I don't want to burden people. I don't want people to feel pressured. And now, I'm not a researcher, right? I was a teacher for 10 years, an administrator for 3. I've been making masks with people all over the world, but I am just doing it as an activity. And when she saw with her eyes of deeper connection, she asked me some hard questions. Anybody been asked some hard questions before? Like, you've been doing the best you could, you've been doing all you knew, and you get asked some hard questions. You may not like the questions in the moment, but you may feel the questions are pushing you to something greater. And from the questions that she asked me that day, transformed our tool that we use. The Million Mask Movement was born a few years later. And not only was the movement born, the movement has grown. Now, at that time, I was doing my best to serve people right in my own community, Oakland, California, Bay Area, anywhere people were hearing about the work, I would share it. Once the activity grew from her suggestion, from her just conversation on the side of the room, our movement has taken off in the world. Now, here's what we get to do. Thanks to the support from Saybrook University, thanks to being a presidential fellow, thanks to other graduates who have come and asked me questions about the work, our work was featured by the U.S. Surgeon General as an organization doing work to change the world. Now, in 2016, I wasn't envisioning that. I didn't know what the U.S. Surgeon General was. I didn't know that I was not looking for a government partner. But what I know is that 6 years ago, with a question, with a dream, with a focus, our work has been able to grow and serve more people. Over 180,000 people have experienced the tool that we have created. Me, this teacher in Oakland, California, just trying to help people in my community. I didn't know, but maybe you already have a dream. Maybe your dream is bigger than what mine was. I encourage you that some days they're going to feel like you're on the top, and some days you're going to be like, what's happening next? And I encourage you to keep pushing. The wellness, the health that we get to do, that we as people who are called to this work. Look, when I was 15 years old, I wanted to be rich. That was my call. I was like, I hate being poor. My mom was a teacher. She did the best she could, but we were poor. And I knew that that's not what I wanted. When I came to teaching, it was because teaching said, Ashanti, this is for you. And maybe you right now are waiting for that next that job. Maybe you're interviewing. Maybe you already got the next thing lined up. I'm hoping that you follow your heart. There's a quote from Brene Brown that says, the opposite of belonging is fitting in. Because fitting in is about assessing a situation and becoming who you need to be accepted. Belonging, on the other hand, doesn't require us to change who we are. It requires us to be who we are in that moment. I hope that the work that you go out into the world to do, you feel like you belong to it, that it belongs to you. Because then that work will help change the world. You know, the last thing I want to tell you is that there's more to you than anyone can see by looking at you. There's more to me than you could see by looking at me. Our work in humanistic work, our work in building connection, our work in health and wellness is about recognizing that there's so much more to each of us. But oftentimes we get sucked into what our eyes can see. Our eyes tell us, oh, I'm not like that person. That person's not like me. That person doesn't understand what I'm going through. I don't understand what that person's going through, because our eyes are making judgments. And what I get to say today to you graduates is that in these seats, as you take the robe off and you go off to do the next thing you're going to do in the world, I encourage you to keep asking questions beyond what your eyes can see. Maybe you've already done the research. You've already asked a lot of questions. But now the real work begins. Now the non-graded work begins. Now the work in the world with humans who are asking, can you see me? Do you see that there's more to me? I want to honor you for all the hard work you've done. I want to honor you for the dreams that you are working towards right now. Maybe 6 years ago, you already planned this. You already knew that you would be in these seats. I know 6 years ago, I did not know I would be here. But I'm so thankful of the hard work that the people who have come on our team have done. I'm so thankful for the support from Saybrook University that has helped us to move this movement forward. And I'm so thankful that I get to be a part of what you do next. Or maybe not be a part of it, but I get to watch you in the next step for your journey. And if you want me to be a part of it, my email is easy to find. There's the last thing I want to say to you is there's a new song that just came out, and I want to read the hook to you, and maybe you've heard it before. It says, lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. I'll say it again. Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. That's a song by Rihanna for the new Wakanda Forever movie. And I want you to know that if you haven't thought about people in your life who may be cheering you on right now, maybe they couldn't be here in the room with us. The other hundreds graduates that I didn't get to make it in this celebration today. The people in your life who may have wanted to be here with you that couldn't, maybe we take a moment to just know that right now, they're probably cheering you on. And I hope that you take this opportunity after you walk across this stage to recognize all the people who have fed into your life. Thank you for having me here with you. Have an amazing next step of your journey. My name is Ashanti Branch, and my mom would say, I'm very proud of that boy. See you soon, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Branch. Hello, I'm Laura Brewer, and I am Director of Research at the IRB. I have the honor today to present our Dissertation with Distinction Awards. Do you know what all of these doctoral graduates have in common? At the culmination of their PhD degree, each completed a dissertation, a written report that summarized the original research they conducted in their field. If I asked these graduates to tell me about their dissertation research experience, I imagine their responses would vary, but they would likely include anecdotes about their challenges, as well as their excitement about conducting their studies and uncovering their research findings. Research findings can and do change our worlds, and the research process can and does change the researcher. Yearly, each academic program is asked to evaluate and select from remarkable dissertations that have been nominated by students' dissertation committees for the Saybrook Dissertation with Distinction Award. These dissertations selected, the dissertations selected for this award reflect outstanding research that has been conducted with rigor and academic excellence, and our Dissertation with Distinction Award winners wear a gold cord as part of their regalia to represent this honor. Join me in congratulating these Saybrook scholars for their outstanding dissertation research. As I announce the names of the Dissertation with Distinction Award winners present today, I'd like to ask the graduates to please stand and remain standing. Audience, can you please hold your applause until I announce all of our winners? Our 2020-21 dissertation, our 21-22 Dissertation with Distinction Award winners present today are Dawn Michelle Huckel-Cambolis, Robert P. Kurtz, John Kane, Lynetta Demas, Robert Walden Kurtz. Our 2020-21 Dissertation with Distinction Award winners, Courtney Malata, Curtis Wilds, Joni Teresi, Larissa McHugh, and Patty Neal. Thank you all and congratulations.
Congratulations. We shall now proceed with the exciting reason we're here, the presentation of the candidates for degrees. Each candidate has been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated in the program and on their diploma, subject to the completion of all degree requirements. In order for each graduate's name to be heard clearly, I respectfully ask the audience, please hold your applause till the end. I know it's hard, but it's really important to hear everybody's name. Reading the names of the candidates will be the college deans, Drs. Hamilton and Moss. Degree candidates for the Master of Arts, Counseling, Clinical Mental Health Counseling Specialization, please approach the stage.
We will now announce the candidates for the Masters of Arts in Counseling, Clinical Mental Health Counseling Specializations. Bree Gweener. Justin Jurgens. Fernanda Ediger. Rebecca King. Trinice Rahman. Valerie Rutka.
We will now announce the candidates for Master of Science Psychophysiology. Latanya Reed. Rebecca Walker.
We will now announce the candidates for Master of Arts Psychology. Lisa Fontana. Hannah Hassler. Amy Murray. Kevin Rosales.
We will now announce the candidates for Master of Science in Integrative and Functional Nutrition. I see that. Alexandra Cross. Emily Foley. Gabriela Rivera. Marilyn Cerna. Alyssa Harmon.
We will now announce the candidates for Master of Arts in Humanistic Clinical Psychology. Taylor Brent. Leslie Harris Johnston.
We will now announce the candidates for the Master of Science in Mind-Body Medicine. Congrats. Paris Jerome. Eileen Lang. Deja White.
We will now announce the candidates for Master of Business Administration. Serena Soar. Sophia Sorensen. Rashina Walker.
We will now announce the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Psychophysiology. Doctors Eric Wilmarth and Cynthia Curson, please come forth to hood your students. Curtis Wilds, dissertation title, Using the Combination of Surface Electromyography and Successive Approximation Training to Improve Post-Surgical Arthrogenic Muscle Inhibition Following Knee Immobilization, a retrospective case series chaired by Dr. Richard Sherman. Heather Pate. This is the doctorate in PhD in Integrative and Functional Nutrition. Heather Pate, Nutrition Education in California Substance Abuse Disorder Treatment Programs, chaired by Dr. Luann Fortune. Okay, you are.
Great. We will now announce the candidates for the PhD in Humanistic Clinical Psychology. May we have Drs. Jackson and Dr. Sakuma please come forward to who are your students. Mai Hayo Pantuso, dissertation title, Conceptualizing Post-Traumatic Growth Through the Lens of the Social Support System and Interpersonal Strength in African American Survivors of Trauma. Chairperson, Dr. Portia Rawls. Ann Shelton, dissertation title, An Interpretive Phenomenological Analysis of the Adult Child of Divorce Experience in Equine Assisted Psychotherapy. Chairperson, Dr. Bonnie Sedlich. Georgie Sifko, dissertation title, To Heal the Distorted Self from Impact of Unsatisfied Dreams and Life Expectations in a Parallel Reality. Dissertation chair, Dr. Bonnie Sedlich.
We will now announce the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Mind-Body Medicine. Doctors Curtis and Fortune, please come forward to hood your students. Robert Kurtz, Jr., almost doctor. Dissertation title, How to Create Academically Relevant Digital Dental Health Information Platforms Through End-User Collaboration, a Theory-Driven Participatory Action Research Study. Dr. Luann Fortune, Chair. Dr. Gabriel, I'm graduating you early, Gabriel Posner, dissertation title, Documenting HANA Somatic Education, a Multiple Case Study. Dr. Luann Fortune, Chair. Jim Harris, The Experience of Ketamine-Assisted Psychotherapy for Treatment-Resistant Depression, a Qualitative Study, with Dr. Eric Wilmarth as chair. Laura Anderson, dissertation title, The Living Experience of Healing the Sexually Traumatized Self. Dr. Stephanie Shelburne, Chair. Courtney Maletta, dissertation title, Transforming Through Yoga, the Lived Experience of Leader Self-Development, with Celine Vega, Dr. Celine Vega as chair. Thank you, Derek. Congratulations. Derek Galanto, dissertation title, The Lived Experience of Intuition and Immersion in the Holotropic Breathwork Community, and Autoethnography, with Dr. Celine Vega as chair. Michelle Beaupre, Yoga Teachers' Perceptions of Yoga for Improvement in Social and Emotional Well-Being in Adolescence, with Dr. Brandon Eggleston as chair. Joni Teresi, dissertation title, I Breathe the Words, Childhood Mindfulness in Daily Life, a hermeneutic phenomenological study, with Dr. Walker Ladd as chair. Congrats. Paul White, dissertation title, Discovering Meaning in Ireland, Megalithic Spiritual Experiences, with Dr. Drake Spaeth as chair. Karen Odell, dissertation title, Operationalizing Belief to Manifest Intent, a Classic Grounded Theory, with Dr. Kara Vanderlinden as chair. Sarah Beaudry Wiltsey, dissertation title, Discovering Adulthood, a Classic Grounded Theory, with Dr. Valerie Worthington as chair. Congratulations. Dawn Michelle Cambolis, dissertation title, The Experience of the Long-Term Meditator and Interpretive Phenomenological Analysis, with Mary Beth Haynes, chair. Kristen Ann Jameson, dissertation title, Exploring Healthcare Leaders' Descriptions of Implementing Mindfulness in the Workplace During the COVID-19 Pandemic. Dissertation chair, Dr. Luann Fortune.
We will now announce the candidates for the PhD in Humanistic Psychology. Robert Kurtz Sr., dissertation titled The Descendant of Man, Exploring International Evolution of Enhanced Prosociality, Benevolentiering and its Subsemic Philosophical Basis. Amy Taufelsky, dissertation title, Reweaving the Tapestry of the Self, an evocative autoethnography dissertation, study exploring the healing journey following mother loss. Dissertation chair, Robert Smith. Don McDaniel, dissertation title, Spontaneous Knowing, a hermeneutic phenomenological study exploring the mystical side of intuition. Dissertation chair, Dr. Walker Ladd. Me Kim Train, dissertation title, Evaluating the Effectiveness of How Asian American Young Adults Apply Entrepreneurial Creativity and Growth Mindset Skills in Solving Career, Relationship, and Health Problems. Dissertation chair, Dr. Israel Espinosa. Jeffrey Mims, dissertation title, The Experience of Being in the Pocket for Professional Musicians, a Phenomenological Study. Dissertation chair, Dr. Terry Goslin Jones. Thank you. Kristen Kloot. Dissertation title, Online Person-Centered Expressive Arts for Helping Professionals During COVID-19, a Mixed Methods Case Study Exploring Professional Stress and Resilience. Dissertation chair, Dr. Terry Goslin Jones. Christine Dolahan. Dissertation title, Prophecy as Transformative Learning Experience, a Theoretical Thematic Analysis of the Prophecies of Merlin, Nostradamus, and the Apocalypse of St. John. Dissertation chair, Dr. Drake Spaeth. Maisha Webb, dissertation title, A Phenomenological Study of the Experience of Prayer and Perceived Response from God. Dissertation chair, Dr. Drake Spaeth. Michael Ellis, dissertation title, Being Cyberbullied Within Online Higher Education, My Analytic Autoethnography Journey. Dissertation chair, Dr. Drake Spaeth. John King. Dissertation title, The Perceived Effects of Acting Training, Rehearsal, and Performance on Actors. Dissertation chair, Dr. Terry Goslin Jones. Larissa McHugh, dissertation title, The Bonnie Method of Guided Imagery in Music, A Bridge to the Transpersonal. Dissertation chair, Dr. Terry Goslin Jones. We will now announce the candidates for the PhD in Organizational Systems. Dr. Mary Kay Chess and Dr. Chuck Piazza, please come forward. Magna Capella Casper. Dissertation title, Kaleidoscopes, diverse perspectives influencing professional wisdom cultivation. Dissertation chair, Dr. Mary Kay Chess. Reem Darish. Dissertation title, A Path to the Collaborative Decision-Making Process, Dialogue, Data, and Decision, Action Research. Dissertation chair, Dr. Nancy Southern. Simone DiMatteo. Dissertation title, Leadership and Extrinsic Motivation Through the Lens of Generational Cohort Preferences. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Zelma Talley. Dissertation title, The Influence of the Federal Small Business Administration and its small business programs on minority women-owned small businesses. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Lydia Perez. Dissertation title, I Thrive Because I Belong, the impact of pivotal leaders and mentors in fostering belonging, an ethnography of a first-generation student. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Patricia Neal, the transformative experience of a nascent altruistic social entrepreneur. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Natalie Eve Krivis. Dissertation title, Integrating Humane Pedagogy and Whole School Sustainability, a critical examination of a justice-based, universally inclusive curricular framework. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Megan Ratcliffe. Dissertation title, Let's Have the Conversation, a heuristic inquiry of perspective shifts from the experience of the 100 Voices conversation method. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Congratulations. Petrol Shelton. Dissertation title, The Digital Badge Paradigm, the shifting change in higher education from traditional degree-based learning to skills-based learning. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Lynetta Demas. Dissertation title, Conflicting Workplace Value Systems of African American Women Living and Working in Marginalized Urban Communities. Dissertation chair, Dr. Chuck Piazza. Derek Sutton. I'm sorry. Now we will have the candidates for the Doctor of Business Administration, Dr. Derek Sutton. Dissertation title, A Study of How African American Professionals Were Able to Advance to Non-Academic Executive Level Administrative Positions in Higher Education. Dissertation Chair, Dr. Tarilla Johnson. Are you sure that's okay? Yep, that's it. Linda Walters.
Will all the candidates please rise? President Long, on behalf of the faculty of Saybrook University, I present to you these candidates who have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated, subject to the completion of all requirements, and respectfully request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are qualified.
Thank you, Dr. Parker. I just love this moment, don't you? This is so fabulous. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Saybrook University and by the State of California, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honoraries thereunto pertaining. Congratulations, graduates. Let's give them another round of applause. Say you! Graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, and all of you can remain standing for a moment. Graduates, let's do one last recognition of your family, friends, your support network. Take a look out. Show some love right now. And now you may be seated. We are almost concluded. I'd like to welcome to the podium alumnus Dr. Jeremiah Piercy.
Okay. Greetings, graduates. Congratulations on completing such a pivotal milestone in your life and career. Congratulations. The Alumni Council welcomes you to the next phase of your tenure as a Saybrookиan. We hope you see the council as an extension of your endeavors to make a difference in your communities and the world. So we invite you to partner with the council by volunteering, mentoring, and participating in our alumni events. Once again, congratulations and welcome.
So I'm the closer. Greetings, everyone. My name is Dr. Theopia Jackson. I chair the Clinical Psychology degree program. However, I stand before you now with great pride and humility as I am representing the faculty, staff, and colleagues as we acknowledge today. To the family and friends and loved ones of the graduates, thank you for all the many, many sacrifices you made. This is your day too. As my beloved grandmother, who was my first teacher, would say, take pride in your work. Pat yourself on the back. Nice job, family and friends. To the graduates, my newest colleagues, reflect on this historical moment and the context for which you are doing this accomplishment. You have reached this milestone in your careers at the collision of the COVID pandemic, the racial pandemic, civil unrest, international war, and many more, including your own personal trials and tribulations. Yet, here you are. Your tenacity is bold. I ask you to reflect on the toughest moments that you've had to endure over these last few years. We've all had them. Now, recognize and reflect on this moment in time. Ask yourself, how did I get from there to here? Important question. Recognize and name the strengths. What got you through? Speak it out loud. Understand it, because you will rely on that moving forward. Know that you have the right stuff. The culturally reputable Urban Dictionary, not the Webster, defines swagger as how one presents themselves to the world. Swagger as how one handles tough situations. And of course, swagger as how one walks. Well, I say to you, you embody the Saybrook swagger. That Saybrook swagger means that you go beyond the intellectual acumen to deep felt listening, transformative self-reflection, critical thinking, genuine curiosity, active empathy, and courageous engagement. Remember this and you will walk and convey the Saybrook swagger. And perhaps our very own President Long will demonstrate it for you as we head out. You are Saybrook's early career professionals now, charged with carrying the torch of the mission statement. If my colleagues and I have done right by you, and I would say we have, then you are poised to do right by the world. Your job is to go the distance because our children are depending upon you. As this ceremony comes to an end, I invite you to bask in the glow of the success with an unmatched stride of grace, humility, and gratitude. Graduates, you are now part of the dynamic group of change makers known as the Saybrook University alumni. As the Nigerian proverb teaches us, in a moment of crisis, the wise build bridges, the foolish build dams. Don't let the multiple crises of today detour you. Instead, build bridges. Graduates, build them, and look good while doing it, the Saybrook swagger. Congratulations for this moment, and I just want to salute you all. Okay, so we're just about there. We're ready to kind of party and enjoy it all. So first and foremost, we want to acknowledge that this is our classes of 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Got to name them. This concludes the commencement exercises, I told you I was a closer, for Saybrook University. However, we ask that you do remain in your seats as the platform party and the graduates leave and exit the auditorium.